I can't watch my own kids or babysit my own kids. And that's something I really wanted to get into today, because it's another weird subject, isn't it? It's weird. And it's something that only comes up when your life goes in a direction that you end up changing the family dynamic. And it's I've been, first of all, thank you for watching my videos every day. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for being subscribed. If you're subscribed, it really means the world to me at the moment. Well, all the time, but especially at the moment. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a cough. If you want to see my live music performances, go and sign up to the Patreon. Also, you get exclusive video, exclusive live music, and exclusive recorded music every week. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing I'm doing over there. So go over and support it, will you? Thank you for that. Yeah, I've been catching a little bit of heat. A little while ago, I made a video saying something about, I can't remember what it was, something about babysitting the kids. And then on the video I just posted yesterday, there's a debate going on about me saying, I don't even remember the video, but I do remember getting heat about it. And it is weird. And the reason I shouldn't say babysitting my own kids, you're right. Like, it isn't babysitting, they're my kids. But I feel like when you don't live in the same house, it feels like it doesn't feel like babysitter. I don't even know what I'm trying to say is there's definitely a change. It's not good. It's not a good change. It's not a good change in the dynamic, but you try and make it work. And I feel like, to begin with, when this first happened, I did feel a little bit like a babysitter, you know? I didn't feel like, their dad, because I always feel like their dad. This is a tricky one to talk about, and it's all in my head, and I'm having trouble getting it out, because I'm trying to formulate what it is. When you're parachute into another house to look after your kids, it can feel like babysitting. But when I made that video, I said, some joke about babysitting the kids. Oh, I'm babysitting the kids. And loads of people were like, you're not babysitting, they're your kids. I didn't feel like I was. It was just the shorthand. But no, I guess that part of me did feel like I was, because I was still getting used to the situation. Now I'm more used to just parenting from a different house or a different location. It is weird. It is weird, but it doesn't feel as strange now. I'm getting more used to it. But there's definitely a disconnect there from when we were all under the same roof. But I do get it. It's not babysitting. And I never meant it in the fact of like, going over to look after some kids that aren't mine. But yeah, it's just, you've got to be so careful with terminology these days. I feel like people get very offended and they get very upset by slip-ups of language. And I also feel like there's no path back. Now people are like, you said that, you're a bad person, that's it, that's over. And I even got a comment today, like someone's like, well, a couple of videos back, he's talked about babysitting his own kids. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, just because like I use a shorthanded term, that's not how I feel. Although, like I said, at the very beginning of this separation, it did feel weird. Like I was like I say, parachuting into my old situation to fill that gap again. But the next phase of all this is going to be interesting, because having them sleep here, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to Alfie was ready this weekend, I feel like. It was so late before I took him back. I feel like he could easily have slept over. And I don't know why I haven't been more... put my foot down more about that. Like, I want him here, because I do. I want him to, experience both houses, and I want to take him camping, because he loves to say camping, and he loves to get in the back of the car and be like, camping? But he also elopes. So perhaps not quite ready for waking up Alfie-less and then seeing him running off, chasing a bear in the forest. But the first step is going to be them coming over here. Oh, even talking about it makes me feel nice. But yeah, the point of this video is that I never feel like I'm babysitting my own kids, and I never feel like I'm watching my own kids. It's just being a parent, isn't it? But I did use the wrong terminology early on. Like I'm talking about in the first couple of weeks, I was over at our other house, and I was like, I'm just babysitting the kids. But yeah, it is a strange dynamic, and I do wonder. I mean, Alfie's 3. Poppy, I really don't think knows what's going on. I think she's 20 months now. I don't think she... Who knows? They say that kids pick up on... She definitely knows the vibe has changed. And even Alfie... I think they're too young to know, that anything's weird. But I do obviously think that they know, okay, well, Daddy doesn't live here anymore. They both definitely... obviously sense that, and I hope that isn't affecting them badly. So a guy at my meeting, he has a daughter who's a teenager, and he went through what I'm going through now when she was like Alfie's age, and she turned around to him the other day and said, "You've ruined my life by leaving the house." And that stuck with me, and I can't get it out of my head. Just can't shake that that phrase. I mean, she probably just said it in anger, like teenagers are like that, aren't they? She probably just, in anger lashed out. But still, it's stuck in my head. I just the thought of them ever saying that to me kills me. But I mean, yeah. And another thing is I can't control other people. I can't control, they're going to have their own experience. And I don't say that in a heartless way. I love them so much, and I want to protect them from everything. But you can't protect someone from everything. You can't protect a baby or a kid. I think some parents think they can protect their kids from everything, and you can't protect them, can you? You can just teach them how to protect themselves. That's my perspective anyway. I want to teach the kids how to have enough tools to protect themselves in this world. Because I can't physically protect them from bad shit happening, because it's going to. And it's terrible to think, but who escapes bad stuff in their life? No one. So the only thing I can hope is that I pass on tools to them. And I'm very worried about them being addicts. But again, I can't do anything about that. I can't protect them from it. I can't lock them up in the cupboard and make sure they never see any drugs, although I'd like to, or drink. But I can, just be an example and give them tools. That's my perspective on parenting, is I can never protect. I can protect them, obviously, from the elements and certain things, but more valuable than protecting them and putting them in cotton wool is to give them tools so they can protect themselves. Am I right? Comment below, and if you think that's totally wrong, because I'm willing to learn, and I'm willing to, be wrong, and I'm willing to, I don't know anything about parenting. I've only been doing it 3 years. I'm very, very early in this, and some of you have been doing it, got grown-up kids. Is that a good perspective, or is that like delusional, or have I made a mistake there? I mean, is that wrong? I just don't want to be a helicopter parent, and I don't want to, and I want to, Alfie has a lot of females in his life right now, but he doesn't have any male influence apart from me. So I feel like our time together is we do traditionally, he wants to do traditionally boy stuff. That's just him. He's a rough and tumble kid, and he doesn't get a chance to do that all the time. So I think it's important that I do that, and I teach him about being a strong man, and I want him to have the tools to protect himself as life goes on. And if he is upset by what's happened now, hopefully I can help him have emotional tools to talk to me and to get through it. I mean, no one escapes bad stuff to that. And that's terrible to think when you have a kid that, oh no, I don't want to think of anything bad happening, but I think my job is to give them tools and not to protect them, overly protect them, obviously protect to some extent. Anyway, let's come back tomorrow. I love you guys. Let's come back tomorrow and talk about something else.